The NCM want to make it critically clear that if Nnamdi Kalu should be released to his tribal bygones, we will mobilize other ethnic groups to act in the same way and also later demand for audience with the president for their release.
The Northern Consensus Movement, which comprises of Northern activists and association of traders, has come out to air their dissatisfaction of Igbo leaders seeking for the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kalu. The president of the movement, Comrade Hawal Abdullahi, said the visit by the Igbo leaders to President Muhammadu Buhari seeking for the release of Nnamdi Kalu is not acceptable, as this can lead to ethnicity and crisis in the country.
We, the members of Northern Consensus Movement, NCM, call for this press conference as a response to some Igbo leaders hosted for a reception by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, where they requested for the release of their tribal warlord, Nnamdi Kalu. In fact, this visit by the Igbo leaders to Mr. President, seeking for the IPOB leader, seeking for the release of the IPOB leader, is unacceptable by NCM, because this type of gatherings is what usually encourages ethnicity and fueling ethnic crisis for too long in Nigeria. For how long shall we as Nigerians be looking at ourselves in tribal lines? We have over 50 ethnic groups and 529 tribes in Nigeria. So each group should gather themselves to Aso Rock after committing series of crimes against fellow citizens and demand for the release of the perpetrators because they represent their ethnic interests. Meanwhile, going by the position of the president that he will look into their request despite the weight it carries as confessed by him, we in the NCM will have no option than to mobilize northern organizations and interest groups that lost their loved ones and properties as a result of Nnamdi Kalu's atrocities, to also seek audience with the president as he is about to set a precedence for not putting into consideration those still feeling the pains for killings and the loss of loved ones. Notwithstanding, Mr. President swore to protect Nigeria, to protect every Nigerian irrespective of his tribe or religious background. Therefore, it is important to note that each ethnic group too has its own peculiar problem and should go and see the president on their personal problems. In any case, the Igbo leaders did not and have not gone to discuss how Nigeria is to progress into future, but to release to them their tribal boy, despite the non-daily killings of other innocent tribes in Nigeria, which they are aware of. The NCM want to make it critically clear that if Nnamdi Kalu should be released to his tribal bygones, we will mobilize other ethnic groups to act in the same way and also later demand for audience with the president for their release. It is expedient to note that a stitch in time saves 9. We will always prefer to be addressed as Nigerians than reducing Nigeria to a mere ethnic jaguist. Nnamdi Kalu is facing a criminal charges against the states. Therefore, there's no amount of pleading by his kinsmen to be just released after being instrumental to the killings of over 178 security personnel, loss of innocent lives, properties of individuals, and that of even governments, that is worth trillions of naira.
In his final note, the president of the movement requests on the federal government to compensate people who lost properties during this crisis.
A request to the federal government to pay compensation to those losses incurred in these various uprisings, killings, and destructions of innocent northerners, law-abiding northerners that are not troublesome. Nnamdi Kalu instigated the killings and destructions of lives and property. Every Nigerian is aware of the Biafra radio. Every Nigerian is aware of the kind of broadcast Nnamdi Kalu have been having and the instigative statement. He has called for war. He has instructed for killings. He has done that with impunity. He has done that without respect. He has called Nigeria and Nigerians zoo. He called us monkeys. Yet, these Igbo leaders didn't see that as a fault. They are going to the federal government to demand that Nnamdi Kalu be released just like that unconditionally in the name of whatever they think. For as long as the president deems it fit to provide that opportunity for the Igbos to go and begin to demand for Nnamdi Kalu, there are so many other northerners that were arrested in issues that is not even as close as that of Nnamdi Kalu. But no northerner has ever gone to the president to request for the release of those people, because we know the law, we believe in the law, we respect the law, and we are allowing the law to take its course on anybody that commit whatever kind of crime.
Dorcas Olariwaju, Voice TV, Nigeria.